Welcome along to the Sporty Show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Europa League kicks off today, and we are here with you guys for this one. I am Sara, joined with, once again in the studio, Klinton.
Gentlemen, what's up? As usual, joined once again in the studio is Alex Ashmore.
Tallest man in Madrid.
You were away yesterday. That's why I said it like that.
No, I know. I felt like just, sounding like you, honestly. Sometimes the way you sound is, it's like I'm an intern. I'm trying to, I'm trying to make sure my English and, composure on the camera is this slick.
You're learning.
I am
You're getting better and better.
Yeah. I mean, day by day, one day is going to be me introducing the show like Sara. It's going to be, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the morning. Right, to the Sporty Show.
The morning show. Not the morning show. All right, guys. Yes, Europa League is kicking off today. And Klinton's very own Manchester United taking on Twente. Let's see. I kind of said that with a Portuguese accent. Twente.
I think it's FC Twente.
FC Twente from Brazil. Yes. All right, guys. Here we have what's coming up on today's show.
We kick off today's Sporty Show by previewing an exciting first round of Europa League fixtures, as Manchester United take on Twente and Osimhen looks to score his first goal for Galatasaray. We then take a look at our exclusive interview with Victor Boniface, as the Super Eagles star reveals some shocking insights regarding his future. And we also look at all of the upcoming action in La Liga and the Carabao Cup.
Yes, so much to discuss, so let's jump right in. Alex Ashmore, Raphaël Varane retires from football.
Yeah, I woke up to that news this morning and I think it felt about time. He signed for Como and it was perhaps maybe a last, riding off into the sunset for him, but wasn't to be with the injury. And I think when your body tells you, I think some players seem to know, and I think he's made the decision. It's a sad day, obviously, for him. He's obviously wanted to continue longer, but hopefully he enjoys his retirement, and he's been a fantastic player throughout his career and won quite a lot.
Yeah, no kidding, but I think the biggest takeaway here is that he's only 31 years old. He's younger than Klinton Cod. No, but seriously, guys, we're talking about football players retiring at 31. Like, this is a sign, if not all these players getting injured, like we've spoken about Rodri and Marc-Andre ter Stegen this week alone, retirement at 31 is unheard of.
Do you remember when you were 31?
See, I go beat person for this show. I'm speaking it in pidgin now, so that those of you that understand. See, I go beat somebody. See, somebody go cry for this show. Hey, God. These two. I go beat them one day for here. Now, speaking about Varane, obviously, you got to understand that when you look at how many games they play currently, I was speaking to Alex earlier just regarding this topic. It's not really as easy as a lot of people think, especially when you play professionally. These guys, they do trainings, they sometimes play like 2-3 times a week. Who knows, depending on what level they play on. The ones who play in their normal league, they also go to play Champions League football. They play even for country. It's a lot of games to play, a lot of trainings. And the ones who are able to even still play past that age of 31, 32, 33, I think it should tell you how much credit that they deserve. So when you look at the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, the likes of Modric as well, it's to tell you how strong these guys are. If you have a 31-year-old saying, okay, this is it for me, I'm done with playing at this point, my legs are gone, you can't blame them. It's really a lot, and this is the reason why sometimes you got to also understand that when people like Rodri would complain that there is a lot of games for them to play, it's very understandable. Now he's gone now injured. It's to tell you how weak the ligaments, the bones, these are human beings, the body morphology, there are things that if you overwork it, it would obviously come back to you somehow. You can't cheat nature. So I'm not surprised. At the end of the day, thinking like an Igbo man from Nigeria, we love money a lot. I feel like he's made a lot of money from playing. He's played in the highest league football. Obviously, Real Madrid, come down to Manchester United. He's pretty much done well. So I think it's a very good farewell to him. Whatever he finds himself doing, he should do it well if he's going into fishing, because this is usually what popular people do, right?
Or golf.
or golf or something. It's just one of these ridiculous. I mean, look at David Beckham. He's into farming. Yeah. Running around chicken. Like, this is the life I want to live, man. Like, I want to make so much money to the point where when I finish, I want to start, making using cardboards, trying to build houses like kids, like, one of them Lego. Like, this is what I would see myself doing. Like, what does you expect in life? You've made all the money. You've played in the best, level of football. You've been so popular. Like, the whole world, they know who you are. Like, what else do you want? Like, fam, just go do something calm with your life, man. Right, yeah, I was ranting. Sorry, guys. I mean, it was
I got so
ranting.
distracted.
This is the reason why they missed me on the show yesterday.
It's 8 o'clock already. How did that happen?
It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you guys next time. No. Not just yet, guys. Head over to our Twitter page because we've asked you on a poll who's going to win the Europa League this year. Let us know, and we'll check back in a bit. We have a massive week for Sporty TV with lots and lots of football. Coming up just half an hour after today's show, we have La Liga Girona taking on Rayo Vallecano, and later on, it's lots of Copa Libertadores with Atlético Mineiro taking on Fluminense. Tomorrow we have Sao Paulo and Botafogo and Peñarol versus Flamengo. And Saturday, guys, I can't explain how exciting this will be. We have Derby County versus Norwich, Chelsea versus Brighton in the Prem, and your boy Victor Boniface, Bayer Leverkusen taking on Bayern Munich. Could this be a title decider already? Early doors. Sunday as well, back to La Liga with Real Betis taking on Espanyol, and in the Serie A, it's Roma taking on Venezia. All right, guys, make sure you follow us on all of our socials. Let's talk about the Europa League, gentlemen, because Manchester United are playing FC Twente of Eredivisie. Klinton, I'm coming to you first with this. Obviously, a massive win over Barnsley, a draw to Crystal Palace, now heading into the Europa League, ahead of this weekend Tottenham, next weekend Aston Villa. Lots of really intense football coming up for the Red Devils. How do you see them lining up against FC Twente in this one?
Well, I mean, FC Twente, I'm not very familiar with them. The fact is, if I ask Alex Ashmore, who is meant to be a very is a very massive football wizard, I'm sure he would have to use Wikipedia to tell me maybe like 5 players from FC Twente, which I'm sure he has done already. Right? Is it MC 20 or 28?
Twente.
FC Twente.
Oh, okay, it's not 20. It's not a number
20.
It's not 20.
Oh, it's
20.
20.
It's Dutch,
Right,
so
sorry.
You have to say it with that.
Oh, it's 20. Right.
Yeah.
That sounds like my age in Spanish. Well, no, maybe it's not.
No, he didn't say 14.
Ah.
That
Yeah,
means
you guys-
40
you
for
guys-
Clinton,
you
because
guys-
I know he doesn't know. Sorry, I said 14, not 4. Jeez, guys, honestly, I can't
whatever.
tell you about this week. I'm already done.
Whatever. Nah, but you see, through this, I think Manchester United, I was really upset when I saw how people jubilated for winning Barnsley. Just the same way Chelsea fans were kind of like very excited for 5-0 win to, what's the name of the club you played again?
Barrow.
Barrow. Which league? Is it League
League
0?
Two.
League 2. Well,
League
exactly. No, I mean, it could be whatever league it is. It probably even be Sunday League in England. Who knows? But you see, sometimes when they win them kind of teams, right, it's good, obviously, to beat confidence, right? But it's not something to be very excited or extremely excited about because you've beat some team that normally, if you had a third team, your third team should be doing justice to this team. Now, a team that's made it up to Europa or European football, I'm guessing they would have some level of good players, and they would have worked hard to get to that point. Now, this is probably going to be a test for Manchester United again, and obviously, like Sarah said, there's quite a whole lineup of strong teams for them to face. Tottenham is there, Aston Villa is there, so those are probably much more stronger teams to even play compared to Twente. But I mean, looking at Manchester United on paper, they should be winning games, right? We have the players. There is literally everything there. But the question is, what is the coach using, or what is he doing to utilize this kind of player that he has? So far, so good. Apart from Manchester winning Barnsley, we've not really seen that just yet this season, right? We've not really seen that quality. What would they be doing to get into this game? I hope that Ten Hag would be able to bring out the best in these players. Obviously, I don't know what's happened to Garnacho. Apparently, he had something that meant he was not. I don't know what he did.
So originally there were rumours that Ten Hag took him out of the squad because of, I think, some social media activity, and then Ten Hag refuted that, saying no, it was for a tactical reason.
Decision, right?
There always seems to be those sort of spats going on between him and Garnacho. It's never been the best of relationships between those two.
Yeah, which is quite sad. I mean, and the social media stuff, was it the fact that Garnacho liked something from Ronaldo?
Yeah,
or something?
well, he liked something, I think, that Ronaldo had said, perhaps criticising Ten Hag, and Ten Hag wasn't too happy about that.
You know, sometimes I feel like these coaches need to take away their personal feelings on issues. When it's football, it should be football, right? I mean, this is what I would do if I was a coach, right? If I have issues with my players, I would not let it affect the football. It will be something I will go and sort out, but it shouldn't affect the fact that I'm trying to win games. The reason why I'm a coach in a team is the fact that, you know, I've been paid to say, you look at these players, utilize them and bring us these trophies. This is what his job should be. His job should not be personal. His job should not be the fact that somebody has made a comment regarding him and then he's getting into his feelings, and it just means he would not, you know, use a player again. Garnacho is a serious asset for Manchester United at this point. As a matter of fact, there is nobody who is there to drag that left wing with him. Right now, we are managing Marcus Rashford. Like, I feel like Marcus Rashford is looking up to Garnacho at this point. I mean, it's meant to be the other way around, but you know, we don't have any other options like Garnacho and Amad Diallo, left and right. These are the two strongholds we have. Anthony and man, look at the names I'm calling. I can't believe these are Manchester United players. You know? Just the fact that I've just mentioned Anthony, I've mentioned Marcus Rashford. I mean, at some point, Marcus Rashford was the top guy in Premier League, right? Anthony came from Ajax, right? When he was there with Ten Hag, it was probably powerful. And then they've come to Manchester United, and they are literally a shadow of themselves. Obviously, Marcus Rashford has been there. I'm not saying he's only just come to Manchester. Now, he has all these guys, right? I'm expecting Ten Hag to do something and bring back what Manchester used to be. He has the talent. What is the problem? Aston Villa, Tottenham, if they are not careful, right? It's going to be really painful, honestly. But I hope something does change.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. Breaking news. Fabrizio Romano live. Here we go. Wojciech Szczęsny to Barcelona, coming out of retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a keeper. This is announced just 10 minutes ago. Alex and I spoke about this yesterday on the show because there were rumors, but his medical will take place in Spain in the next few days, and hopefully next week we will see the big Polish man in between the sticks for Barcelona. Guys, quick reaction to this before we jump back to Manchester United.
I feel like it was needed in terms of, you know, especially after we talked about the backup options and how there's probably quite a big lack of confidence in what is below ter Stegen in the backing order with goalkeepers available. And I think Wojciech Szczęsny brings that experience. You know, obviously played for Arsenal, played for Juventus. He's had experience playing at the top level of football, and he's played in Europe. And I think he'll be a good calm head for that Barcelona dressing room. And I think a player that Hansi Flick will utilise a lot this season, not just for his ability, but for his, you know, I guess, experience when it comes to managing young players and helping them come through. And yeah, I think it's a sensible signing for Barcelona.
Yeah. Clinton?
No, I think he's definitely a very good signing because obviously he, you know, I was just watching. I mean, when he was still in consideration, I was just looking at the things he's done in goal, and I felt like, wow, you know, this guy is still better than even people who are still in football currently. And if that's what Barcelona needs, it's a very good start for them. You know, it just means that this whole run that Barcelona has currently would just not end somewhere, maybe as a result of having some kind of funny goalkeeper. But yeah, he's a very good signing, and I do hope that they will just continue on their run currently in the La Liga.
You got to think if you're Iñaki Peña, it's a long day for you. You know, nobody is. Barcelona clearly not relying on their second goalkeeper. So Wojciech Szczęsny to Barcelona. All right, back to you.
Just before you actually go, but how would you feel if you were a goalkeeper, right? You know, being like an assistant goalkeeper.
That's what I'm saying. If you're Iñaki Peña, it's a long day. Like, you have to be like no, I mean, they replaced, like, Marc-André ter Stegen got injured over the weekend. Now it's Wednesday. So in a matter of 3 full days, they said,
you are not worth it.
We've got to get somebody, and we've gotten somebody.
Yeah.
Hey,
now it's just a sign you need to go work on yourself, though. Like, if they don't have that confidence in you.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him play last year for Barca when ter Stegen got injured once again, and it was less than overwhelming, I think we could say, Alex. There was nothing too special about it.
Who knows? He could have a wonderful game against Getafe tonight, and Wojciech Szczęsny ends up being the backup. Who knows? Football is a weird game. These things can happen. I don't think that will happen, but
Do you know what, though? I think on top of it is the fact that they're missing their strongest defender in Ronald Araujo as well. So because you're missing him, and then now your keeper, I think Hansi Flick is being very pragmatic, and I'm happy to see it as a Barca fan. That's all I have to say. All right, back to Manchester United. Is Marcus Rashford going to get the start, do you think? If you're Erik ten Hag, do you start Marcus Rashford tonight against Twente?
I mean, if I have Garnacho somewhere, I'm definitely not starting Marcus Rashford at this point. Like, fact is, I'm going to treat Marcus Rashford just exactly the same way that Endrick has been treated in Real Madrid. I'm not trying to say both of them are on the same form. Obviously, there are obvious people who are superior and who are doing better on that wing. And if I have better people, why would I want to risk somebody who has some kind of shaky moments? Like right now, Marcus Rashford isn't the person to start games. I think Marcus Rashford should be the one who would maybe come in at the 60th minute or something. Right, I don't know if this is the...
This is the potential starting 11.
Potential. Well, I mean, assuming they still have issues with Garnacho, but everybody knows, like the world knows. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't know that Garnacho owns that left for Manchester United at this point. If Rashford is starting, Marcus is only starting because there's an issue with, Garnacho. And I'm quite surprised to see Rasmus Højlund there. Is he back from injury now? I mean, sorry, I've not been following Manchester United lately, to be honest. I mean, they are my second-tier club now. You know, Ala Madrid.
He's back to... Full fitness is probably the wrong word, but he's back to match fitness. He came on against Palace at the weekend.
Right.
I don't think he'll start tonight. Likewise with the midfield, I think Ugarte will get his first start, but I think it'll be a case of it'll come down to a decision whether United want to put out a statement, and they should want to. It feels weird saying that. I know they will do, but this game, I think, could tell tales for the rest of the season as to what we can expect from Manchester United in the Europa League, because if they don't go out and put out a good win, a good performance, I think people will start, calling for Ten Hag's head.
I think they already have been, but let's go to Gary joining us from Accra. Gary, where is that Lego piece that I'm waiting for?
Gary, see. So, no, Gary, no, see, Gary, listen. No, Gary, you are going to piece. Gary, listen, man to man, brother to brother, Africa to Africa, you are going to piss me off very soon.
Gary, can I get an explanation of what that was? Because we got cut off at the end of the show last night.
Sara Poraria.
That's me.
Klinton Cod.
Right, okay.
Gary, Alex Ashmore.
Okay,
it was better than the photo we saw last
Gary,
night.
Gary, I apologize. I would accept that one.
I saw something different last night. I saw me being on yellow potentially and Clinton Cobb being down on the right.
No, right, no. Okay, no. Gary, I swallow my words back. That's fine. No, if that's the case.
I revised my notes. I didn't want any violence today.
I don't want
No, you shouldn't have made that statement, Gary. No, you have pissed me off now. Like, you would have just ended it with that analogy. And like, why did you have to say you didn't want violence?
I just wanted to show the height difference, Sarah and Ben. Then this is like the producer Ben and the producer David,
Wait. Producer David, yeah, let me tell you. Wait, okay, no, let me. No,
don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean.
Did you say producer David too?
Stop.
No. If you want to enter violence, now let's go. Hold on.
I'm not seeing David. Is this producer David?
No. See where your third finger is, yeah? Wait.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not involved in this, guys.
What's up, guys?
Gary, Europa League starting this evening. Manchester United. Talk to me a little bit about this side. Marcus Rashford getting the start. What do you think?
Yeah, I heard everything Klinton said, and I mean, he has a point. We've gotten to the point where, Rashford needs to prove himself to us every single day or night, as the case may be. The trust level is so eroded that he needs to show it every night for us. So I'm in total agreement as well. I mean, he's got a couple of goals over the last couple of games, right? But still, it's the consistency of Rashford that we expected Rashford to be the one looking at Lewis Kelly in a game that United have played against Arsenal and going like, who are you? Just like Haaland thing. You know what I'm saying? But Rashford cannot ask any of the youngins any of that question. He cannot ask any of, even Garnacho, Rashford cannot ask him that, because pound for pound right now, Garnacho can stand up to Marcus Rashford in the face of and say that, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think, Rashford needs to really, pull himself by the bootstraps and just sort his brain out and just bring out the performances. Otherwise, I don't see how United, in good conscience, can be keeping him past this season. Yeah.
Alex, United winning this match tonight?
I think they have to. I think you look at how it is the Europa League. It is a European competition.
Let me stop you.
for them.
Let me stop you. You need to start. You need to start answering questions that they asked you. Like all this, like you trying to be. Wait, listen. See, this is the reason why you guys are tired of me on the show. No, you just asked. No, wait. No, Gary.
Are they winning or not? Are they winning or not?
Thank you. It's simple question.
There's a popular Nigerian comedian called Basketball. He will say, the question they have asked you, there are two things involved. It is either a yes or a no. If it is a yes, by how much? If it is a no, by how much?
Yeah.
All this going around, and they are good. Alex Ashmore, are they winning or not?
Gary, hold on. They asked him, are they winning or not? He said, I think they should win. No, they didn't ask you if they should win or not. They said, are they going to win or not?
I was going to get there eventually. I was just elaborating my point.
Do you need Uber for you to get there? Or is it both? Which of them?
Bus and then train, and then I walk a little bit.
Answer the question from Sarah. Sarah, you know what? Ask him the question again.
Alex Ashmore and Manchester United winning this game tonight?
Short answer, no. It's a tough one. Short answer, I'm going to go no. I think FC Twente are going to pull off an upset. Long answer, I think it will be a difficult game. I think they haven't impressed me at all this season, and I'm very doubtful. I think they'll be surprised tonight.
Can I confirm
Alex,
that you don't think...
Hold on. Sarah, I'm checking. Alex, where in the United Nations would you want to work? In the UK or in... Because I'm checking vacancy for diplomats. Let me check. So where would you want to... Because, you are a consummate diplomat.
Honestly.
You don't want to offend anybody.
Yes.
You always want to be...
Yes.
So where in the United Nations do you want to work? Let me check the job vacancies now.
All right, so we think we have an answer. Alex Ashmore does not think Manchester United are going to win this evening. Clinton, what do you think? What do you expect? No,
I love the question. No, I love the fact. No, Gary, she said, what do you expect?
I changed my mind.
No, you didn't change your mind. That was the question.
Think...
So I'm going to tell you what I expect.
Rubbish football, we know that. Who do you think is going to win?
Okay, but that's the thing. Listen, I feel
please,
like
go for it.
With Manchester United, anything can happen. That's the thing. Like Manchester United is not a team where you would easily say, okay, this is a big team and they have all the players and that. I give an example, right? Real Madrid, this is a very typical example. Real Madrid, they are not playing the best game. Forget about yesterday. All throughout the season, I've not watched a game where I can clearly say to you that this has been classic, considering the kind of players they have. However, all the teams that have come to them, they've given them a game, but Real Madrid has always won for some reason. Now, I cannot say the same thing for Manchester United, right? I cannot say, yes, you guys are not performing well. However, this team, you're still going to beat them. That's not for Manchester. With Manchester United, it's like, you guys are playing like, you are so Manchester, not United, And anybody would literally beat the hell out of you anytime. So that's where we currently are. And it's very confusing. They can win. You will never know. And it could be something lucky. You could be surprised that maybe the guys they are going to play might look at Manchester United like the Manchester United that we used to know. And then maybe they might get frightened or it might kind of disorganize them. And Manchester could probably take advantage of that, right? But if we want to judge by the form currently, any team Any team would beat Manchester. Any team in the Premier League right now would beat Manchester United. The only people I think Manchester United would beat are the people they beat. People like Barnsley, League One, League Two. Those are the ones who can say, okay, no matter what happens, you are going to swallow your shame and you might just try to win it. But in the Premier League this is European football. Yeah. I'm saying any team in Premier League would beat Manchester United. In Europe, fam.
So is a short answer?
Short answer, it was a short. No, remember, her question was not the same.
I did.
Yes,
myself
she
up.
did. She did
That
tell
one
me.
was on me, guys.
What do you expect? I'm
Yeah,
just
it was
thinking what I expect.
different. It was different. Gary, okay, we've seen it happen already in the Champions League, Man City and Inter Milan. When they lined up, we saw Inzaghi and Pep Guardiola make a lot of substitutions to their sides because they had big matches over the weekend. Obviously, the Milan derby and Arsenal playing Man City. Now, Man United have to welcome Tottenham Hotspur to Old Trafford this weekend. Do you expect Erik ten Hag to also kind of have one eye on the Premier League while still focusing on this Europa League match? No.
No.
Because if you're playing your starting 11 against Barnsley...
No. Yep. He's gonna. Just like I said
Shameless.
about Chelsea yesterday, I just think that those two managers, they don't have enough time to be experimenting that much. They're going to trot out their strongest starting 11s, and he's going to do that against 20. Unfortunately, I'll go, on the other side of Alex and Klinton. I would be magnanimous to United fans and say that, I'm expecting them to do the business against today and win. Yeah. I'm just hoping that for them, for their own sakes. There's been too much crying from United fans, and yeah. Although in my heart, I would like them to lose.
In my heart, cry more.
Just look at this man.
All right, guys, let's do a quick little score prediction. Gary, we'll start with you. Score prediction, Manchester United, FC 20.
3-1, United to win 3-1.
3-1. Alex.
I'm sticking my neck out. 1-1.
1-1. 20? 20?
Yeah, 1-1, I think.
Oh, sorry. 1-0. I thought you said 1-0.
No. Yeah, I don't think 20 will pull off a shock as bad as that, but I feel like United will be surprised and they'll have their work cut out.
Klinton Cod?
I think it's going to be a 2-1.
4?
Manchester.
Who scores?
That's a very good question. Who scores?
Yeah.
Huh.
Who can't score?
Bruno Fernandes.
2.
No, 1. The other one is going to come. If Garnacho comes in the game today, Garnacho is going to score it. But if Garnacho does not come in, it's going to be Amad Diallo. If he's in the game.
So no Rashford goal.
I doubt. No.
Gary, I'm gonna back it up here with what you said.
Do you remember yesterday? When the game started, I wasn't watching the Real Madrid game, and then I saw Lucas Vazquez, and I'm like, the guy who predicted Lucas Vazquez will score. Yeah.
Honestly, remember when he said Lucas Vazquez? I was like, people are becoming really mad, like both in studio and real life. Like, what? No, like, and then when the goal came in, that was the first thing I remembered.
If Jude Bellingham had scored, we would have had some questions.
Yeah,
we would have
we would have to go back. Yeah.
There was something fishy going on. Yep. Gary, I'm going to back you. I'm going 3-1 United. Sorry, I'm going to say the same as you. I think United are going to do this up and down, where they're going to get some, a whoosh of hope. All of a sudden, United are back, and then they're going to crash and burn against Spurs. If not this weekend, for sure Aston Villa next weekend.
But if they beat Spurs that badly this weekend, then again...
Oh, you won't hear the end of it, but Villa will quiet that down. Spurs are unpredictable too.
Be in serious trouble.
No, but when you look at Spurs, though, I'm looking at Spurs, right, and I feel like they seem more solid than Manchester United when you think about it.
But it's like the worst out of like two bad things, It's like, who's playing worse? Them? Neither of them are playing like convincing football.
Yeah.
But I know what you're trying to say. The thing is, I feel like Spurs also haven't gotten into that momentum, and they haven't really proved us. Maybe there are certain players on that team that have proven more individually, but I think as a team, I'm not convinced with this Ange ball that we've been waiting for, and we gave him last season, and now this season there's a lot of questions here.
To be fair to Manchester United, if you look at the two, started identically apart from Tottenham has scored a few more goals. But after the win against Brentford on the weekend, I think quite a lot of people were saying, now this is the time Spurs start to get a run of wins together and they start playing good football. But after this start, they're on the same number of points as United. So, and we're criticising United a lot more than Spurs. I feel like because perhaps
It's Spurs.
Yeah. Well, no, I think perhaps because it's just the second season for Ange. He's still building the squad and the team that he wants. I think perhaps Spurs deserve a little bit more criticism than they perhaps get. I know it's still early for Ange, and this has become the day and age of managers being sacked after one season when they don't do well. But I feel like this is the season where Ange Postecoglou has to prove himself as a manager at Spurs.
I think so too. I think if it doesn't come now, it might be farewell to Ange Postecoglou. All right, actually, really quickly, Mark and Day says Manchester United strikers will keep a clean sheet. The shade is being thrown here. Dear Jesus. All right, let's jump to Victor Osimhen because he is in action tonight with Galatasaray. It'll be his third match with the Turkish side, and they are taking on PAOK Thessaloniki. Klinton, where's that team from?
Sorry, say that again?
PAOK?
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 Yeah, it's from that league now. Do you know the league?
Thessaloniki? Does that help you?
Sorry?
PAOK Thessaloniki.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
help
of course,
him
man.
out.
Why would
You
you
know
tell me?
what's
I know
so
now.
funny? Let me just tell the viewers, because our producer Ben and I, we like to play games. Whether it's like some trivia. We all want to play. Alex loves to ruin every game all the time. He either cheats or he helps someone else cheat.
Well, I never cheat.
Yeah.
I never cheat myself.
I mean, listen, you might not, but we were trying to get Klinton to guess. I was trying to give him a clue there. Anyways, Klinton, Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray taking on PAOK from the Greece League tonight. Will the Nigerian get his first goal for the Turkish side?
Wait.
He's only played 2 matches. He hasn't scored for them yet.
Victor Osimhen has scored.
Not for us, Galatasaray.
assist.
2 assists.
It was an assist. He did score, but it was given as an assist.
Really? No,
Yeah.
wait.
So
No.
2 games.
I
2
saw
assists.
some big accounts. I know what you mean. In his first game, there were some
Yeah.
big accounts that tweeted that he had scored, but it was
Well,
an
okay,
assist,
yeah,
not a
maybe
goal.
I followed that. Yeah, no, honestly, I because the other assist that was quite popular was the one he used his chest to drop
Yeah.
the ball down for the player who scored. Yeah, but no, I usually thought he scored. But scoring is usually not a very huge problem for Osimhen. The goal would eventually come. I mean, look at Mbappé. First couple of games he didn't score, and now he's literally scoring every single game, both the penalties and the normal, but the referee-induced goals and the normal goals, right? So eventually, who knows? Maybe the ref would help our boy as well. Somehow the goals are going to come. At the end of the day, they say a goal is a goal. It doesn't matter how the goal came. Goal, now goal. But it's still very early. He's had a second game. Osimhen is a very hardworking guy. We're speaking to, obviously, Victor Boniface, which we are going to get into, later on. But he did mention, he said, when you see Victor Osimhen in training, it's like a do or die. He just wants to win. He just wants to score. And when you even see him in the trainings, I mean, just looking at that video on the screen, you could just see he's actually training as if it's a real match. You could tell you how much of success that he's so hungry for, you see. So, no, the goals will eventually come. Today, if he comes, good. If he doesn't come, I'm not going to judge him. The truth is he's doing his job. If he's not scoring, he's assisting, which is what you want. It's all goal contributions at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Alex, Gala unbeaten right now in the Super League. They obviously also beat big rivals Fenerbahce so far this season. This should be, I think, a pretty standard win.
Yeah, you'd think so. I think they will come out likewise to United. Galatasaray historically are, a big club, and they've, done well in Europe. They've got that team that can perform really well in these sort of competitions. And I think, like Klinton was talking about Osimhen, I think he'll have a point to prove. I think he has been fantastic at Napoli, but obviously, kind of tailed off at the end there with the way the relationship ended. And I think people maybe have not forgotten, but the vision of his performances when they won the Scudetto is quite a length away now. It's in the past. So I think he has that point to prove to remind people how good he is. And yeah, I think Galatasaray will come out with a vengeance tonight, and they should get the win quite comfortably. And I do think they're a team to worry about in the Europa League this season. I think, yes, we talk about Man United and Tottenham being perhaps the favourites, but at this moment, I think if United went up, or if Tottenham went up against Galatasaray, I'd favour Galatasaray.
Who's favouring United or Spurs? Because it sure ain't me right now. I think Galatasaray are probably in a better way than both of those two sides. Markinde said, sorry, Osimhen has 2 assists, 0 goals. Don't mention Mbappé and Osimhen together. I want to know why. Comment down why, because I'm not going to assume why, but you tell me why, Markinde. We'll come right back to that.
Markinde, see, listen. In all ramifications, Osimhen is better than Mbappé. Like, what are you on about? Like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, would you actually choose Mbappé over Osimhen? No, Alex, for real.
Yes.
You would choose Mbappé over Osimhen?
Yes.
The only time Alex gave a short answer.
What?
Yes.
But don't they shake table? Oh, no, listen.
So you're saying you pick
Me as
Osimhen
well.
over Mbappé?
Are you
I'll
asking
pick-
me as well?
I'll pick.
Are you asking me as well?
Okay,
Yeah.
Gary, let me ask you: would you pick Osimhen
missing
over
something?
Mbappé?
No.
Sorry. Am I missing something
No.
here,
no
Klinton?
he asked me if I'm picking Osimhen over Mbappé, and I said no. I'm picking Mbappé over Osimhen.
Yeah, but I think that's standard. Like, I don't... Like,
No, it's not. It's not.
No,
standard.
Clinton,
I
Clinton
was
is saying that
confused
he
for a
would
minute when
pick
you
Osimhen over.
I don't know what you guys are smoking. I don't know what you guys
Stop
are.
being
no.
silly.
Honestly, I don't know what you guys are smoking, but whatever it is, I think
A World
maybe.
Cup, unlike Osimhen.
Nah, you guys actually. The
You know
past,
how you accused me of English bias in the summer during the Euros? Do you think this is...
Ooh, get him, Alex. Get him.
Nah, listen, I can't believe you guys, man. Like, wait. Martin said I would pick Mbappe's right
Clinton.
leg over to Osimhen.
Klinton, you gotta chill. It's kidding anyway.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but I would choose Osimhen over Mbappe though.
Why?
Why?
Tell us your reasoning why. Because there's 3 against 1, so I'd like to know why. Because we clearly all understand each other.
Because Osimhen is a better footballer.
But he's not.
But he is.
But why is he?
Because he is.
You gotta back it up a little bit more. Have a debate with someone. I need you to say, okay, this is why because X, Y, and Z. You gotta debate properly. Tell me why.
Yeah, you just said that, because it's because X, Y, Z. Like there are so many.
No,
Okay. Listen.
Like, tell me, what exactly about him? It's because of this.
I love Osimhen's agility. Right, when it comes to, I love the strength. I love the fact that when you see him on the pitch, he's somebody who is fighting as if they've got his dad kidnapped somewhere and he needs to produce a goal. Like for me, it's how much he puts in to playing football. Let's forget about the fact that Mbappé played European, he won the World Cup and the rest of it. But listen, I just feel like.
How can we forget that?
Sorry?
How can we forget that?
A World Cup at 18? A World Cup at 18? A hat-trick against Lionel Messi in 1 half?
In 1 game? Clinton, how can we forget that? Oh, don't do that.
Clinton's
man.
like,
Don't do
forget
that.
the biggest part of it. Forget all the accolades. No, just put that aside. Look at his 5 games for Real Madrid. Victor Osimhen's better. That's what I know. This is what you're saying.
I would choose.
So Clinton is like, forget that Bill Gates is a billionaire. Like, I'm richer than him.
Sorry?
Forget that Bill Gates is a billionaire. I'm richer than him.
I mean, do you know what? Wait, Gary, but do you know what the crazy thing is? Yeah, I would actually agree to that statement because at the end of the day, it depends on what your definition is to what wealth is. No, Gary, for real, there is something you have that Bill Gates does not have. Like, trust me, there is a life you have currently that Bill Gates is praying to have.
Gary's like, what does it tell me?
Wait, listen. Wait, Gary. I don't know how many billionaires you've had the opportunity of being around, but by God's grace, I've been around quite a few of them, right? And I can tell you for free.
Drop the names!
What? Sorry?
Dollar billionaires.
I'm talking about dollar billionaires. Wait, Gary, do you know what my former job used to be? Hey, God have mercy on me.
No, Clinton, God.
Yes,
when we
yes,
finish the
boss.
show, let's talk in private. Why am I sitting in Accra? Why am I sitting in? Look, business class tickets. Book it for me. Call them to book me a business class ticket. So let's talk about this in person.
Gary,
You can't be name dropping billionaires, and I'm sitting here. Yes, go ahead.
Gary, I'm telling you that in life, trust me, money, forget money is not everything. Yeah, you see these billionaires. I'm telling you that you are living a
Only
way better.
people with money say that.
No, Gary, you are living yeah, but you don't know what I have.
I think a lot of my problems could be solved. Is that what you
No,
feel?
but it's not all the problems that money can solve, though.
No,
I'm
of
telling you
course
that-
not.
I saw
I
something-
think
I'm telling you,
95% could
I'm
be
telling you that there are some billionaires that will say, "I need your life, take all my money." You don't know what these guys are. Listen, if you look at the inside, forget about the yachts, forget about the private jets, forget about all of this stuff, right? There are billionaires who are saying that, yo, listen, you guys don't know what you have. And if I can give you all of this just to take this body of yours, I will be extremely happy. Listen, Gary,
Sarah, we need to take this to another time. Yeah, we agree. Yeah.
behind the scenes, the Sporty TV After Dark, if you will. Markinde says that last season, Kylian Mbappé had over 50 goal contributions, while Victor Osimhen had less than 20 goals. We are still finishing this debate, Klinton. Go on that. You're still saying Osimhen is better than Mbappé, so this is what he said.
Why are we still stretching? Like, what do they want me to say? I've told them that I'm taking Victor Osimhen over Kylian Mbappé.
But why?
What do you mean by why? I'm telling you that Victor Osimhen is a better footballer to me than Kylian
what
Mbappé.
makes him
Because he's Nigerian. I've answered the question, guys.
Nah, but it could be one of the reasons.
It could be all of the
It
reasons.
could be, and secondly, he's a better footballer than Kylian Mbappé.
Do you want a stat that I feel like?
Like, why are we stretching? Like, this is facts. Like, everybody knows this.
Alex, I would love to hear a stat.
So they are.
Oh, wait. So you went as far looking for stats?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So
Alex is doing the research.
9 days separates these two men in age. Mbappé 20th of December, and Osimhen on the 29th. Mbappé has in his career 181 more goals than Osimhen. He has more assists in his career than Osimhen has goals, and he's won a World Cup at 18.
How many games per age? Like, when you're looking at that record?
Mbappé has played more games, but they are the same age. They've had the same amount of time to play those games. Mbappé has scored 181 more goals. He's got more assists.
Yeah, but are you looking at?
Osimhen has goals.
Are you also considering the people that they play with, like around them?
I think, you know.
I mean,
look at
it matters.
Osimhen.
It matters. And then, are you also looking at the conditions at which they play too?
I think when you look at the two on
There's
paper,
nothing to look, Alex.
when you win a World Cup at 18 and you score a hat-trick in a World Cup final, not many people can say, you know, I've won a World Cup and I've scored. I mean, is he the only one to have scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final? Is there maybe one or two others?
A hat-trick in one half for sure.
No matter what you say, I'm telling you for free that Osimhen is a better footballer than Kylian Mbappé.
That's good. That's why he's not playing in Europe and playing in the Turkish league. None of my business, though.
Wow.
Hey, listen, I like the Turkish league. It's exciting.
This is
but
somebody that everybody was dying for. Like, we are talking about, do you know?
yes, of course, but then what happened?
What happened? Exactly. It wasn't him, though.
Where did he go?
It wasn't him. You don't worry. At some points in the show, Boniface will be telling us what happened that he didn't tell us. Obviously, he said there were things that was going down that people just did not know. But the fact is, Osimhen at some point was the most spoken about man when it comes to the transfer market. That's tell you how many. Do you know how many teams that wanted him to associate with?
You talk about the transfer market. Markinde makes a very good point.
Good one, Alex.
PSG paid over 150 million to buy Mbappé at the age of 18. Nobody paid that amount for Osimhen.
Yeah, obviously, because Osimhen is some nine. Fam, how many times? Listen, how many times did you hear that some nine or African player things like that favor them? No, it doesn't. It's only because they are typical Africans. Mbappé is French. Like, yes, he has the roots from Africa, but nobody sees him like he's African. Mbappé is a Frenchman. Listen, we were speaking about the Ballon d'Or the other day, right? Somebody was trying to give us a hint that, fam, there are some people that 100% this thing is not going to get to them, whatever they do. Let me tell you, this guy that plays in Ghana, right? That plays for West Ham. Gary, what's the name of him? Kudus, right? Kudus. I can tell you for free that Kudus is probably one of the best, in fact, top 3 best wingers in England as I speak. But no, are people going to speak about him? Definitely not. There are people who are weaker, but just because they are not from this part of the world, they are the ones that are going to be. Do you know how many players in the Premier League that are just overhyped? Jack Grealish, for example, is he worth 100 million? 100% not.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah? No, but facts. No, but facts. Yeah? Are you going to compare Jack Grealish to Kudus? But who are they speaking about? Who is the media? Like always Grealish or... I can mention a whole lots of people in the Premier League that Kudus head to head, you cannot even face him. Like literally say, But then again, these are Africans, these are black players. Like we know what happens in Europe. You know, no, the same opportunity that's available for Jack Grealish is not the same that's there for Victor Boniface or Victor Osimhen or maybe Ademola Lookman. No. Do you think they are ever going to consider giving Ademola Lookman Ballon d'Or? 100% no. Even if there are players...
Does Ademola Lookman deserve the
No. I'm telling you that even if he did, right? Do you think, say for example, he deserved it more than somebody like Rodri? You think Ademola Lookman was going to win it? 100% no.
I think this has gotten a little away from ourselves because I think we've gotten into a conversation about race. Yeah, we're talking about two young black men who play football, and you've decided to take the race card. And
of course it does. It does.
I don't think it needs to be here. We're talking about the talent, and I think you really turned left.
But
and we did not need.
But Sarah, you're forgetting.
Mbappé is also a person of color.
But Mbappé is like the president
Mbappé
of
is not black enough. That's what you're saying. That is what you're saying, and that's unfortunate. I think we're really missing something big here.
Sarah, listen. Mbappé is French, whether anybody likes it or not. Yeah, like if there's anything he's good at.
Of course, but he's a French black man who has African.
Sorry.
So he's talking. So Klinton, your issue is the passports, not the race.
Yeah, maybe that's a better way of saying it. Yeah,
so it's a passport problem, not a color problem.
Yes,
maybe. So Sarah,
yes, absolutely.
I think
if Osimhen had an Italian passport, I'd be saying the same thing because I'm not basing it on where they're from. I'm basing it on who's a better player. Mbappé is a better player than Osimhen. Punto. Like that's it. There's no. I don't need to hear about this.
There's no way Victor Osimhen is a better dribbler than Kylian Mbappé. It's
definitely,
not,
of course. I mean, now you are diversifying it. Dribbler is different.
No. You said better footballer. So I'm breaking down what a footballer is. Remember, we have said and we have agreed, the world of football has agreed that Leo Messi is a better footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo. We have also said that Cristiano Ronaldo is arguably a better goal scorer than Leo Messi. Right. You are saying
I don't think so, though.
Osimhen is
no, but I don't think so. Like that's your opinion. Like if you think that Cristiano Ronaldo is a better scorer than Lionel Messi, I'm not going to agree to that. Is it because what makes you think that Ronaldo is a better scorer?
Because out of the box, outside.
He scored more goals.
What do you mean?
No, but exactly. Older and played more games.
Well, exactly. Even apart from that, let's look at the position where they have played at, right? Are you going to tell me that if Lionel Messi played as a striker most part of his career, he's not going to have more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo?
No, but here's where I counter you.
But that's a winger and a striker, the experience. But listen, do you know how long Lionel Messi played as a midfielder for?
But he played long enough as a forward. You know, for the majority of his career with Barcelona, he's playing as a forward.
Yeah, but you're still not going to compare it to playing as a striker for a better part of your career.
No, I think when you look at both of them, they've had ample time as a forward to score a good amount of goals. Ronaldo's a better goal scorer than Messi.
No,
I'm not saying I'm not saying Ronaldo's a better.
I want to break this thing. Gary, hold on. Right?
Sure.
Let me just make this quick point. Yeah. Listen, when I always say that, when I always back up Messi, I look at the fact that Messi is an assister. Messi is somebody he's part of the attack, but he's never been the point man. To actually bring in, he's never been Nicholas Jackson. He's never been, say, Haaland, where people service. Like, the reason why we celebrate Haaland today is because he's a point man and there's somebody feeding him with all these goals that he scored. Messi has been the guy feeding people, and for you to be the feeder and still be the second most goals scored for a football player. Fam, do you know what that means, though? Do you know what it means that apart from you assisting, you've been able to score to the point where you are actually pursuing the highest goal scorer whose job is to score goals? Now, listen, sometimes when you think...
Right.
I need to think deep into this.
I think we have different arguments here. And so we can that's what makes this show great. So we can put that on a poll as well and put it. But lest we digress and I come back to the substantive issue. We are breaking down footballer versus role. Kylian Mbappé as a footballer, and I'm breaking it down into components. He's a better dribbler than Victor Osimhen. He's a better goal scorer by numbers than Victor Osimhen. He has assisted more goals than Victor Osimhen. In fact, he has more assists in his career, as Alex Ashmore has told us, than Victor Osimhen has scored goals in his career. He has more headed goals than Victor Osimhen. He has scored more goals with his right foot than Osimhen has scored with his right foot. More goals with his left foot than Osimhen has with his left foot. How is he a better footballer, my brother?
Answer
You know,
is
when
yes.
when an African includes my brother at the end of it, yeah, it's
Settled in court. Mbappé is better than Victor Osimhen.
Listen, at the end of the day, just the same way people would not believe that Messi is a better footballer than Ronaldo, and people think Ronaldo
No,
is
no,
better.
no. Everybody, any objective person
What
believes
Gary
what
Gary
you're
said-
not going to
Wait,
do
wait,
is
wait.
bring Lionel Messi into this conversation because this
Yeah.
man deserves more respect than Osimhen
More
and
respect.
Mbappé. Okay? Let's move along because that's where I'm going to start raising my voice. All right. If Osimhen scores tonight, though, for Galatasaray, Klinton will be loud tomorrow. So let's see what happens.
Loud
Lots
tomorrow.
of Europa League. All right, let's talk about Osimhen's teammate, Victor Boniface. You spoke with him a few days ago.
Truth is, Victor Boniface, man. You know, there's just
What's he like?
so-
What's he like? What's he like? What's
No,
he like?
no. I'll be very sincere with you, right? Victor Boniface is probably the best footballers I would have ever encountered in my life. And this is pure fact. And it's not because I had the opportunity to speak to him or anything. It's literally the story behind, you know, what transpired to the point where I eventually got to speak to him. I think it's not, you know, sometimes, you know, when you meet footballers and there's some level of, I don't know if I would say pride or some kind of ego that they come with. But with Victor Boniface, it's just that whole thing of, you know, I just hope more people are like him, if that makes sense. You know, just easygoing, very humble, and it's not just very humble; he's extremely humble, and he's just selfless, man. You don't understand. Like when you check my DM and it's I can't believe that, you know, somebody will get to that level of their career and still have or maintain that level of humility in their life. And no, it was a very huge honor and pleasure to speak to him on the show the other day. So yeah, I don't know what you want to know. Come on, interview me on behalf of Victor
Sarah, let me
Boniface.
just
Yeah.
chip this in. You know David Odro, who went to Barcelona from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galatasaray.
Yeah.
So when we're speaking after the show, I was asking him something about whether Chelsea and Barca were the only places he went for trials, because that's what we know from this year. And he said, oh, he had trials in a couple of other places, but he didn't mention them because it didn't happen between April and now. And he said he went to Leverkusen for trials. So he says he gets there. They have their trial, whatnot. They were not with the senior team. But then at a point, they were just taken to go and look around, and they were told that, oh, these guys had come. So there was him, there was another guy from Nigeria as well. And Boniface got to know that among the group, there were two African boys. They went back to their hotel, whatnot, and then the club calls them and says, get ready. Boniface says he's taking you guys out tonight. Boniface comes, picks them up himself, not with the club car, picks them up himself at the hotel, takes them to a fancy restaurant. They vibe for like 3-4 hours till like 10 p.m., gives them advice, whatnot, you know, African brothers, give them something, takes them back to the hotel, says bye-bye to them.
No, but you see, well, I mean, so just to tell you that it wasn't
Yeah.
just about me again. Like it's not just because I mean,
Yeah,
I was
so-
literally speaking to my cousin and he was saying, oh, maybe it's because maybe he used to be a fan of what you did online. I mean, he did say he's been a fan, but I was thinking, okay, maybe is this who he is, or is he just giving me the treatment because he's me? I didn't know what it was. But fact is, I can tell when this is not him trying to fake because it's you. You could clearly tell. I mean, you guys watched the interview. You were, you know, somewhere in the room, and obviously you saw how just calm and selfless and just free he was. You know, and now I'm just happy that Gary is confirming that it's not just, you know, look at the other part of the story now from Bayer Leverkusen and people he does not even know, just African brothers giving them that kind of treatment. So it's to tell you that this is just who he is. This is natural of him. It doesn't matter where he's gone. I even see what he does in Nigeria. He goes to Nigeria and, even like my fellow maybe online comedians or, social media guys, I'm seeing him linking up with them. I'm seeing him granting interviews. I'm seeing him even doing comedy videos with them. He said in the interview that, whenever we see or if we meet, I want to do a skit with you. Like, this is the kind of person that he is. And it's not the interview now. For me, it's the personality that I literally feel like I just loved about him. You see, Gary, I'm not going to mention names, right? But before I spoke to Boniface, there were other people I've been, trying to talk to, and I'm speaking about some whom I've not gotten anywhere close to any kind of achievement that Boniface has achieved. I'm telling you that these are people who people have forgotten like times. These are the kind of people that if you mention their name,
as we say here, not sitting there inside,
nothing there. But I'm telling you that, bro, we've had conversations, and the way they handle things, you would literally think they're Elon Musk or whatever. Like I'm like, bro, listen, if no be condition, but I would not even bloody run into you. You mad? Like, what's wrong with you, man? Relax. Just be humble at some point in life. Like, to me, there's nothing, this life, there's nothing inside. Everybody come in, we are going to go somehow, and everything you have, you are going to leave it. The question you're going to be asking yourself is, what did you use the platform you have? How were you able to impact people? And what will people speak about you at the end of the day? Today, you are giving a testimony about Boniface. I'm giving my own testimony from the other side. He didn't give me a headache at all. Like, when I say headache, it was that easy. I mean, my colleagues know that I've been saying to them that I'm surprised that this guy is... Like, he messages me and I'm replying 2 hours later, and I'm scared that, wow, this guy would think I have pride, not knowing that I'm genuinely busy. But when I come back to message, in 2 seconds, he's giving me a response. Like, I'm like, this guy no get a job. Is he not training? Like, do you not have like matches? What is going on, man?
Okay, well, let's take a quick little peek at Klinton's exclusive interview with Victor Boniface.
I mean, you played your first Champions League football, and the game was a very good game for yourself. You did a very crazy skill that led to the goal you guys had. I looked at social media. Some people, I'll say, now enemy of progress, these people, they talk, say, nah, fluke. Victor, between God and man, me and you, they go church. We don't pray tire. Now God carry us go where we did. So tell me, was that a fluke? Did you intend making that pass?
Of course, I can show you. I've been doing this pass like I can't.
Don't they?
This is the pass that lead. Let me see, where's the camera. This is the pass that lead to assist. This is when I was in Norway.
Sorry, bring the phone a bit. You come
Like
off a
this?
camera. Yeah. Okay.
Like
That's
this?
it. Yeah.
Okay. I did this pass when I was in Norway. That lead to a goal.
Right. Okay. We
So
don't
I did
need.
it.
Ali, you
Yeah,
show you show evidence. Evidence there. All of you that said it's a fluke. I mean, you can clearly tell that he has been doing it right from time. Not be today.
Even when I was in grassroots in Nigeria, I've been doing this. People that really knows me, they know this is nothing new. Even in training here in Leverkusen, I do this every time.
Right. So
But just to put it in the game, in that stage, in that time,
you have to do it at the Champions League football.
I did. Yeah, I did it in Bundesliga, but why it went like crazy, because it led to something, So normally when you do skills like this, it's like when you're leading like 3-4-0, you do this in the midfield. But when you're leading 1-0, and I did this, it led to a goal, so everybody went to up. But it's something I've been doing a long time.
Would you ever think about playing in the La Liga?
Yeah.
Which team would you love to play for? I don't hold on. I don't care. Tell me, which team, if they tell you now, say, I'm leaving Bayer Leverkusen, I've done everything I need to do, I've scored all the goals, I've broken all the records, and I want to go somewhere else to go and shine. Which team in the La Liga would you be playing for?
No be the way you talk, I no be so you be now. I no go just carry my bag, they go there now. But the top three teams, we know the top three teams, the big three. So
The big three.
yeah, the big three.
Waiting the first letter of the first one. Waiting it start with. I mean, you don't even mention the name.
I need to. I go check. I don't forget. I know good with names. I know good with.
You think
I go
say
check
it wise. Apart from the Bundesliga, have you ever seen yourself playing in the Premier League?
No.
But the way you answer that question, you answer it with anger. Talk to me. Why?
I did an interview before, and I'm not saying this just because I'm in this level. I've been saying this even before I have international passport, even before I dream of coming to Europe. I don't really like the Premier League. I said this before. So I prefer like Spanish football and German football.
Bruh.
I'm not saying if, for example, a good team come for me, I will not go. But I'm just saying, if you ask me to pick two countries I really want to play, is Germany and Spain. To live and play is Germany and Spain.
Does not want to play in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, I think
Wow,
that's
you don't
also
hear
that's
that often. You don't hear that often at all. But there are footballers who say that, Sarah and Alex, and it is very interesting. Like, I think Messi was asked before, and this is years ago, like years ago, and he also didn't. He really didn't sound excited about going to the Premier League and stuff like so. I believe, yeah, they will like the excitement, the whatever, but some just don't like it. And I'm sure maybe 98, I don't know, Alex, what do you think? 95% of footballers, but you will find a 5% of footballers who also don't like the Premier League because, man, it's not that deep. Yeah, so.
What you guys didn't see was the way he also answered the question when you kind of dug a little bit deeper, and he referenced not just the Premier League, but living in England.
Yeah.
The full first part of this interview is now on YouTube, SportyTV's YouTube. So make sure you guys go check it out. Get all the tea from Klinton and Victor Boniface. It's a really lovely interview, guys, and we'll be dropping part 2 later on this week. So please go on and enjoy it and tell us what you think, because I think it was really well done. All right, shall we move on to
Klinton.
Just the sing and they go. You sing. But I won't even break. Hey, God.
Oh, Gary's dancing. What happens on this show, guys? You want to talk about Real Madrid?
Real Madrid. Is it the time for Real Madrid? Or do you mean is it the time for ref? Or is it the time for penalties?
Never mind. You were at the Real Madrid Deportivo Alaves game last night. Real Madrid won 3-2, 3-0 in the first half. Like we said, Lucas Vazquez, friend to the show, our tall gentleman fan friend there. Klinton interviewed, got that one right. Very unexpected. And we saw Kylian Mbappé score an amazing goal, as well as Rodrigo. And then in the second half, oh my God.
That scared me, actually.
Sorry, everyone watching. There was a noise that just came right into my ear, and I thought it was that thing from Stranger Things. That was terrifying. All right. It was Deportivo Alaves who scored 2 in the 84th and the 86th minute, looking like they were going to come back. And if you guys didn't watch this game, you should really just go watch the highlights, because the goals in this game were incredible. When I saw Rodrigo's goal, I was like, no, he didn't. And then a player on Deportivo Alaves did the exact same thing. Yep. Incredible goals all around. But Klinton, you were obviously at the Santiago Bernabeu, like you say.
Bernabeu.
The Bernabeu.
Please, guys, okay, you guys need to tell me. Bernabeu.
Yeah, like there's a.
Okay, so it's like so it's like a 3-syllabic.
Yeah, Bernabeu.
Bernabeu.
Yeah, Bernabeu.
No, but Alex, how would you pronounce like an Englishman though?
Bernabeu. That's the English pronunciation. Santiago Bernabeu. In Spanish, Santiago Bernabeu.
But you can't say in English, it's a proper name. There's only one way to say it. It doesn't matter if you're from Nigeria, from England, or from Canada. You have to say it the way, because it's proper name, right? Like you wouldn't.
But you'd hear people saying the new camp or Camp Nou. You know, there is a Catalan way of saying it, and then there's an international way that people say.
Yeah, but the Santiago Bernabéu isn't the international. Like that's just ignorance.
You could say that. I mean, it's become, because people have used it so much, you hear English pundits and journalists using it so much that it's become an accepted pronunciation.
But we should get Klinton to say the correct way because he is in Madrid.
He is in Madrid.
And he is going to the Bernabéu.
Santiago Bernabéu.
Bernabeu.
Beu.
Yeah.
Bay, like
Bay.
Bayu.
Bayu.
There you go.
I mean, that's a comedian in Nigeria. Well, he interviews people, and his name is Bayu. So I think I'll just remember him and pronounce him properly. So it's Bernabeu.
That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, Klinton. So you were obviously at this match at the Bernabéu. And Markandé says the second half was when Vallejo tried to kill me. Yep, almost. You were posting on your story and you said, no way these guys are trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, no, truth is, first of all, Deportivo Alaves, they were...
Hey, well done, that was class.
Yeah. No, it's something when I want to be Spanish, I will be Spanish. Like, trust me, Deportivo... Sorry, I was going to say Deportivo Bernabeu.
Next, we've got to do a geography test. Right? To pinpoint all the teams on the Spanish map.
Yeah, Deportivo Alaves. No, I think... Right. No, I think they were really rubbish. I think that's the right word. If there is, I just don't want to sound really rude on TV, and I felt like it was a disgrace. Their first half, they couldn't pass the ball, they couldn't hold the ball. There was no kind of threat to Real Madrid. It was almost like they had some kind of fear coming into that game. They just knew that they were coming to be beaten. We interviewed a few fans. Not a few fans. I interviewed one particular fan from Deportivo, and this guy literally said, listen, off the camera, we are going to get battered today. But on the camera, he was saying, yeah, we are going to, we are blah, blah, blah. And then when I even asked him, what do you expect as a scoreline? He said it's going to be 1-1. I'm like, wait, you don't think you're going to, you come into this game to get a draw? Like, is this what you are hoping for? So, and I saw that with their players in that first half. And I was like, yeah, this is just a waste of time. This shouldn't be happening. All the ball was being played in the halves of Deportivo. And, it felt like they were not prepared. But the second half, literally, even the first 10, obviously, second half started, and I think it was Rodrigo that scored the third goal just within the start of the second half. And I was like, yeah, let's just end this game. This is not happening. I think it's going to be one of those games that Madrid would have 6 goals or 7 by the end of it.
They could have had. I mean, they had plenty more chances.
Absolutely. Well. If it felt like it was Manchester playing Barnsley again, or maybe even Chelsea playing the team they played. Barrow, yeah, exactly. So, but surprisingly though, when they scored the first one, I'm like, okay, maybe that was a fluke. Like,
It was a good goal as well.
It was a good goal, yes.
Outside of the box.
And do you know what the crazy thing is? I was in the stadium, but I didn't even see the goal. I just saw people saying, like, obviously, when they score Madrid, everywhere is quiet, right? So I didn't know there was a goal. So I saw people trying, I was looking at the players going to celebrate. I'm like, why are they celebrating? Fam, they are beating you, you're celebrating. And then I saw the score updated. I'm like, wait, you guys scored? Wait, whoa. And then 2 minutes later, I wasn't still looking at them. There was a second goal. I'm like, okay, right, I need to watch this game now, right? What is going on? They were literally good goals. And then at that point, I was like, okay, please, I need a third goal. Because I need this place to be quiet even more, because I was enjoying the quietness, right? All the people that were screaming, Madrid, whatever, right? Everywhere went quiet. Everywhere was silent. It was like a graveyard. Like, everyone was scared. But then at this time, they had made all the subs for Madrid. Like, all the top guys had left. Mbappé had gone. I think Bellingham, I can't remember if Bellingham left as well. Rodrigo left, and then it was Endrick. There was this defender what's that his name now?
Garcia.
Was it Fran Garcia that came in? No, there was this other one.
You're talking about Vallejo?
Yeah, wait, what's the second name?
Vallejo. Jesus Vallejo.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes, Jesus. Yes. He came in. And I think that's the way things started going south. And it was 2 goals in. Like, this team scored. And there I knew the game was going to, I thought it was going to be a draw. But, like I said, the ref came to their rescue, obviously, with ending the game. I mean, he always comes to the rescue. But overall, I think it was a quite poor performance from the start for Deportivo Alaves. It was a very good game for Madrid compared to their other games. I felt like they were keeping the ball this time. Mbappé was having, some really good time with the ball, taking opportunities, and things was happening for Madrid. But then, am I going to say they improved? I think it was just a more poorer team compared to other teams they had faced. Yeah, 2 goals came in later on, but yeah, they were still not the best team to face Madrid. The test is going to be on Sunday.
Without
where we are going
Kylian
to
Mbappé, Mike.
Without Kylian Mbappé as well, yes.
No.
But do you know what the crazy thing is, though? I'm quite sad Kylian Mbappé is not going to be playing that game, and I'll tell you why. Right?
Because we're going to be there watching.
No, but then again, when you think about the fact that maybe Atletico Madrid will give them a proper game and then they lose, what are they going to say? Oh, yes, because Mbappé is not in the game this time.
Oh, surely not.
No, that's what people are going to say. They'll say, yes, Mbappé is not there, they lose their first game. Trust me, Markinde will say it. Bet. Markinde will say it. Watch.
Gary, what do you think? Obviously, Real Madrid getting scored on twice at the end there, kind of losing their composure. Now, Sunday, actually, the 3 of us are heading to the Civitas Metropolitano to watch Real Madrid and Atleti win what we're calling Real Madrid's first big test, I guess. Right, Alex? Yeah? No Mbappé as well because he's experiencing some discomfort in his left thigh.
Right. First of all, yesterday's game, I'm not sure why and how they switched off. It was a bit baffling. And it's something that definitely Don Carlo has to watch out for because you don't want that happening. As for this weekend's game, Simeone is gonna really put on the afterburners, isn't it? And there's something. I think it was yesterday. Alex said something about the fixture being spicier, pound for pound, than El Clasico. Especially with the battle for Madrid. But I like this Simeone team, the iteration of Simeone team. There's something a bit balanced about it, and they have this. They are not, as the Uruguayans say, the Gara Charua. How do you say it?
Charua.
Charua, like Simeone teams have got that.
Yeah, they got the grinta.
How do you translate the grinta?
They got the cajones,
yes.
What's wrong? What's going on here?
We're talking about South Americans,
What is going on here,
Exactly.
man? No.
Exactly.
You guys are giving me some serious 50 Shades of Grey here, man. No, but why are you saying
So
this is Spanish word grinta.
Crazy way you said it.
Grinta.
So I used to pronounce the Cojones. I used to pronounce it like the cajones, and it was Pedro. Pedro who gave me the correct pronunciation as well. But that character, that Simeone teams, all those Simeone teams have that character about them. This team seems to be a bit more, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's too early in the season, a bit balanced about them, and they have some flair and finesse. And they could undo Real Madrid, but if they are the ones who undo Real Madrid, that will be something.
It
will make Madrid a much
implode, Alex.
Yeah, to be honest, this will be a tough game for both teams. I think I've had the pleasure of going to Vallecas last weekend to see Atleti play against Rayo Vallecano, and I think you could tell that they'd played in the week against Leipzig. There was a little bit of fatigue there, but they played some good passages of football. I was really impressed with Alexander Sorloth. I think he'll be a test if he plays on Sunday against Real Madrid. Conor Gallagher played brilliantly, got a good goal. I think the thing is, and this is always the case with Real Madrid, and I was actually quite impressed with their performance yesterday. Although they conceded the 2 late goals, I think so far, between Vinicius, Rodrigo and Mbappé, I think this is their best performance so far in terms of the way they linked up, the way that you saw them, some of the runs that Mbappé made, some of the passes that he made, you can definitely start to see that chemistry working. And I think I was impressed with them. Yes, you can always say that it was a lesser opposition, but they can only play what they're coming up against. So I think it's slowly but surely getting better and better. I also think no matter how badly you are playing, whether you're Real Madrid, whether you're Barcelona, when you come up against a derby, your local rival, you're always going to step up another level. And I think it is, like you said, bragging rights for the city, bragging rights for the season until the next game comes around. I think this is going to be a feisty one, and I think Real Madrid will be up for it as well.
I think the one concern for Atleti is that Real Madrid played Deportivo Alaves last night. Atleti plays Celta de Vigo tomorrow, which means they have 2 days less rest than Real Madrid. Yes, there's no Mbappé. Yes, I understand that. But they have 2 days of training, of resting, of, sorting themselves out, where Atleti will play tomorrow evening against Celta. Then they have Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday evening they will be back at the Civitas Metropolitano. The turnaround for them is a lot tougher than Real Madrid. No, am I saying that's an excuse? Absolutely not. It comes around every way. I understand that. But for these big matches, you would have preferred to see a bit more, I think, of a level ground here in terms of when their last La Liga games were. I don't know why they weren't playing on the same day, because they totally could have, but, this is the way it goes. So that will be a thought for Simeone. I think he'll have a rotated side for this match tomorrow against Celta, because Celta haven't been great at all this season. I think Simeone can make some changes and still comfortably get a win out of that, and then get some of those big boys back in for Sunday's match.
I think also, I know, they're going to have most of their focus is going to be on Real Madrid, but you can't go into a game against Celta Vigo, against Deportivo Alaves, and overlook those teams, because come the end of the season, if you're not picking up 3 points against those teams, that's what really harms you. Yes, it's always going to be a possibility that you lose to Real Madrid, you lose to Barcelona. I think when you come into those games, you look at Arsenal, I think, in their title races, there's been that one game or those 2 games where you thought, if they'd have just got that point, those 3 points, that could have made a whole lot of difference. And, for Atleti, it could be the difference between 4th and 5th, or 3rd and 2nd. So, I know that they will have most of their focus on Sunday in the Real Madrid game, but they definitely can't overlook Celta Vigo, no matter how poorly the opposition may be performing.
Yeah, I agree. I think the winners of the leagues are determined by these matches. It's not the Arsenal versus Cities. It's not the Real Madrid versus Barcelonas. It's the Brentfords, the Celta de Vigos. The Runs, all these teams. You have to win these games in order to win the league, right? Markinde out here calling me out saying I'm making excuses. Goddamn, I was just suggesting what the schedule of the week was, but all right. Okay. Jeez Louise, they're coming for us already. All right, let's quickly jump to Barcelona, because they are in action tonight against Getafe, awaiting a Polish goalkeeper. Honestly, great news all around. Gary, we spoke about Barcelona a little bit yesterday, but we kind of got caught up here. But, they have won 6-6 in La Liga, and they are now welcoming Getafe to the Montjuic. Is this going any way but Barcelona's way? Can you see it as of the way Barcelona have been performing so far?
No, Hansi Flick is too slick for this trick.
Pretty slick flick.
Hansi Flick is too slick for this trick. Got it.
Tupac, oh shit. Tupac reincarnated.
That's me.
Tupac reincarnated.
That's me. Bros.
I just need to find you a pistol.
Oh my days.
Anyway, so yeah. I think it's a straight. I don't think it will be a problem. Getafe. We can see the position on the table.
Yeah, Getafe. Miserable start.
Nah, they're not doing. I don't think that they will. If anybody would trip Barcelona, I don't think it's them.
Getafe. Listen, my boy Bethog, you dream. My boy Uche Cristantus, please go and show Barcelona who you are. I'm backing you guys up today. I trust you, boys. Vamos. Let's get Sara crying on this show. My boys, go get that stuff for me, bro. Go get that stuff for me, fam. Now, I trust Betog, man. I trust Uche Cristantus, man. These are boys that came to Spain. They came to Getafe to show you what they are made of. Yeah? We're going to see it today.
I think it's a long shot.
Yeah, you can say Cristantus, Uche, and Yildiz, but I'm going to say Lamine Yamal. Because if one thing is confirmed in this match, Lamine Yamal will get another assist in La Liga and still be the top across all of Europe right now. Klinton, this guy, he can't stop. And I really think we can't even speak about him anymore, because what are we left to say? He every week in and week out, he keeps performing and he keeps proving how amazing he is.
I mean, he's just too much, right?
Yeah.
You know, when I hear the name Lamine Yamal now, do you know the two videos that play in my head? Or do you know what I just remembered? Can I tell you the two? I mean, you probably don't even know.
Oh, do I not? I think I
don't
did.
think you... No, I mean, two things that he's done so far, that when I just hear Lamine now, that's the two things that the videos that just flash through
For
my
Spain
head.
or for Barca?
Huh?
Spain or Barca?
One for Spain, one for
know
Barca.
exactly. I know exactly which one. I knew.
One for Spain, one for Barca.
Which one for Barca? Was it last week?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't know why, but listen, it's not left my heart till now.
No.
Like, I still keep remembering because Vinicius did it, yeah? Yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, I don't know if it was yesterday or their previous game. No, I think it was the previous game, right? Vinicius did it for Mbappé, but obviously I think Mbappé ran too fast, so I think he went just behind Mbappé. And in my head, I'm like, it wasn't a bad pass from Vinicius. But what I'm saying is, Lamine made it so perfect that it came to what's his name?
Rafinha, and what
he
a
literally
goal
just,
that was.
For me, it was
Top
the
of the
perfect.
foot
It was the
down.
perfection that Lamine did. Like, so when I hear Lamine now, that pass comes and then is the goal in the Euros. You remember the goal where he caught? So those are the two spectacular stuff.
Yeah.
That would not leave my brain now for Lamine Yamal.
I have a question for you guys because I was actually thinking about this earlier today, and we actually, Alex, we spoke about this yesterday because someone brought up, actually it was probably Markin Day because I live rent free in his head, that you know, he was talking about what about Ansu Fati, what about Bojan Krikic, and you know, I was saying don't compare Lamine to him because he's already miles ahead. He's already proven so many of these guys wrong, and he's doing it at a younger age. And I started to think about this, and I thought, I don't know if I have seen a younger, more authentic talent than Lamine Yamal since, like, I'm talking about homegrown talent. I'm talking about genuine inside talent, not training, you know, proper talent. I don't think I've seen someone like this since Neymar, where it's their 100% their, they just have it in them.
Does Neymar count as homegrown talent?
Neymar is one of the most, like, absolutely, yeah. I mean,
Are you talking about Barcelona?
No. Sorry. When I say home, I mean, I think I'm explaining this wrong. I'm talking about like that has 100% authentic, genuine talent from like within. Like when we talk about Lionel Messi, we say, you know, he didn't train for this. This guy just has it in him.
Yeah.
Neymar is like that too. You know, even though Neymar's career was short, Neymar's ability was something that, you know, Ronaldinho, these kind of players.
Natural ability.
Thank you. I'm telling you guys today, it's not the one. Natural ability. I don't think I've seen someone like Lamine Yamal, and he definitely has it, since maybe Neymar. And I was wondering what you guys think about that, and maybe other players that I've forgotten, or if there's another shout.
I mean, I think Vinicius deserves to be mentioned in that.
I think Vinicius deserves to be mentioned, but I think Lamine Yamal, this is what I said if Lamine Yamal continues at this rate, being the age of 17, how old is Vinicius? 24?
24.
By the time Lamine Yamal is 24, he will be, and if he goes at this trajectory, there's obviously a lot of factors, he will be miles ahead.
Why are we talking about Vinicius though? Why is he in the equation? Because
Alex brought him up.
No. I know. Like, why I ask is, why are we, like, what you're talking about somebody who has that? I'm not going to put Vinicius in that equation.
I don't think you should either, but I'm just saying, I think what Lamine Yamal is doing at this age is something that, like, we don't, like, this is generational. And if it continues, I'm just saying, like what we saw in Neymar, like what we saw in Messi, like Ronaldinho, you know, there's certain players, and I was just wondering, like, for me, I don't know if Vinny...
There is one, and this is, you know, it's not gone well for him since, but he was probably at, you know, a similar point to where Lamine Yamal is Ansu Fati. I think, you know, he was given the number 10 shirt at, what, 17 years old?
Yeah, but he was never supposed to have that. I don't think anyone agreed.
Ignoring whether he was supposed to have it or whether it worked out, you know, obviously it's not gone according to plan, but I think the pedestal that they put, you know, people were putting Ansu Fati on was a similar one to Lamine Yamal.
But Lamine's done way more than, and that's why I don't like his argument.
No, but
because Lamine is miles ahead.
For me, I don't think I've seen anybody, right? Because that's why when you say Vinicius, right? I mean, let's look at Real Madrid and Vinicius. At what age did Vinicius come to Madrid?
I want to say it was 19.
And Gary's has got it in the Rolodex bag there somewhere.
Yeah, so for me, I just feel like, judging from how Vinicius started with Madrid, which was quite poor, we don't have that story with Lamine. Lamine has actually, I don't think you can...
Younger, 6 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, Lamine has not had I don't know. I don't think he's had a bad game. Yeah, like it's just been from strength to strength. Whereas with Vinicius, he started with the whole issue of him playing against Madrid, playing against his team, and the whole issue with Benzema. Yeah, and it's only since Benzema had left that he almost felt like Vinicius is kind of no. Actually, I wouldn't say when he left, but at some point things started working for himself and Benzema, them playing together in the team. But there was a time where nothing was just working. Vinicius was like the opposite of what he is now. Since he's just a kind of walked his way out of that bad point that he was. I don't see that with Lamine Yamal. Lamine is just good and is just continuing being good. Every game is coming on. There's just something new and something different and something fresh. Like
it's what he does with the ball too. I think because Markinde here is saying, remember Gio dos Santos and Borjan. I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying. He's 17. He's won the Euros. The way he plays is already miles ahead of these guys. He has a football IQ that's better than most Real Madrid players, my friend. It doesn't make sense. He's a player that we can't wrap our brains around. Now, will he get injured? We don't know. Hopefully that we won't see that happen. We can't determine what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying right now, in terms of natural ability, at this age, we haven't seen something like this. And that's what I'm saying since Neymar, because like Markinde mentioned, Neymar was already nominated for a Ballon d'Or while he was still back in Brazil with Santos. That's those things that you're like, how does that even happen? He was so young. So that's what I was saying, like these young, brilliant footballers that just have it within them. I think Lamine is one of these guys, and we really haven't seen it for a long time.
No, he's definitely one of the talents of this generation. I think the main thing is with Lamine Yamal, he's still young. There's still a lot of pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got a long way to go in his career. He's going to get built up on a pedestal. He's going to get put on that pedestal. No matter how much we say we shouldn't put pressure on him, it's the life of a footballer. It's the life of a footballer who plays for Barcelona in Spain, who's one of the best in the world at the moment. But I think in terms of putting him, comparing him to the likes of Neymar, I feel like he's still got a long way to go in terms of achievement.
I think maybe, but I think I'm not trying to put the pressure on him to say he needs to win X, Y, and Z. I'm looking at what he's done in the year of 16 to 17, or rather 15 almost to 16 to 17 at Barcelona and for Spain. And I'm just saying, let's look at this. I'm not talking about what more he has to achieve. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he has to go win and everything. I'm looking at the moment now.
Yeah, what he's done so far.
And I think that's what people are not doing. Don't go and expect him to win everything. Don't look at what this guy is doing at this age and just take a minute and sit down and say, my goodness, this guy is amazing. Gary, talk.
Listen, sorry,
Producers, please give Sarah some water, please.
You don't know, when Sara enters Barcelona and Lamine Yamal, trust me, she doesn't need only water. She needs dry gin.
Right.
Like, what's it called? What's the name of that one? Kai, I've forgotten what it's called. That's usually the best one. Why am I even endorsing some kind of stuff?
Oh, sorry. D. Charles, actually a great shout. Mbappé at Monaco was amazing.
Yeah.
Mbappé with the short hair. Oh my God. No, he was, he was different. I'd Mbappé to the list, 100%.
Markinde made a good suggestion, Eden Hazard, when he was at Lille. I think when he first joined Chelsea.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout at all.
To be honest,
he was player of the season.
Outrageous thing, but in terms of technical ability, Eden Hazard is one of the best players that have ever played in.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that.
I don't think anyone would argue that one.
Poisoned.
Do you know, each time I remember Hazard's story, is one of those footballing stories that gets me really, really sad and upset, because I feel like he was. I'm not going to put him on the same level as Lionel Messi, right, when it comes to ability on the pitch, but I'm telling you that this guy had something that you don't see. You probably see this kind of players like maybe twice in a whole. Why did this guy, like, what happened to Hazard? Like, did you think it was right for him to go to Madrid? Huh? Are you sure it was? Are you sure it was food or women or something? I don't know what's all.
All right. We got to wrap it up for today, guys, though, but that was a brilliant conversation. We went all over the map in this one, but make sure you stay tuned because Sporty Live is coming up right after this. And following that is the La Liga Girona versus Rayo Vallecano. We will be back tomorrow to discuss the Europa League, and there will be some questions that will have been answered. Victor Osimhen, Manchester United, Barcelona, Lamine Yamal. Lots to look forward to tomorrow. So until then, make sure you guys enjoy the football, and we'll see you then.
Ebwe.